50 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Glad to have you with us from Dick Stadium in Kent, Ohio, home to the Golden Flashes of Kent State. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Kent State Golden Flashes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And that one's incomplete. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
And the Golden Flashes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball move.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
The Golden Flashes will punt it away on fourth down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They were hoping for a little more, but it could have been worse as the punt goes out of bounds, and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. handoff from the gun. Breaks the tackle. Makes it past the marker. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Freeman. Quickly complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And the Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
The Hurricanes are on the move. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Hurricane! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
And the Golden Flashes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Brown wants to pass. Hubs it downfield. Catch in the middle. It's Chubb. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The Golden Flashes have it with a 1st and 10. looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He might want another play. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Chubb. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. And the golden flashes in the hurry-up. Third down play from the gun. Quick completion on the out route. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Now, 4th down.
The offense is going to stay on the field. They'll take a pass on the 55-yard field goal attempt. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, looking to pass. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, first down here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Dropping back, it's Freeman. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Hand off from the shotgun. Fights off the defender. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. This defense wants to bring some pressure. Looking downfield, it's Freeman. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Miami! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
Miami 14, Kent State 0.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The golden flashes will hustle through the line. Might be changing the route. Brown will throw it. That's caught. It's Chubb. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long.
That's it. Keep it rolling.
From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room.
The 3rd down pass, intercepted by Miami. And they'll take over 1st.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Rides to back and leaves it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
And I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Hurricanes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll ride the hot hand.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Freeman. Zings it complete to the right. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Canes! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Gets open down the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the golden flashes. Want to move quickly. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Steps away. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Oh, they're after him. On target over the middle. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Wants to go up top on first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Gets the back moving. They'll go to the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback making checks. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, golden flashes. Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, we needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Brown will throw it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's at the 50, the 40.
Tight coverage by this defense, creating the interception, and man, for a second, it looked like he was about to house that. The offense does a good job becoming the defense and making the play around midfield.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Golden Flashes will boot it away to start the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber in. The ball pops out on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
On the move. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Flying down the left side. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. The defense putting points on the board.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. They're trailing by 11 to Colorado. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good timing on the quick out. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw again. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI, and as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Pressure coming. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
35, Kent State, 6.
And he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And the Golden Flashes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Brown wants to pass. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll run play action. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it on the outside. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense.
A shot for the end zone. Got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
They want to run this quarterback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Kent State.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they tacked on the extra point. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Looking to pass. It's Freeman. Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Motion from the wide receiver. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Tuggle. Touchdown, Canes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Bringing the heat. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He unleashes a long one. Pulls it in down the middle. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. First down for this offense. Wants to keep it in the air. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. There's the pressure. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The golden flashes, racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Motion from the back. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the wideout. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
They'll give it to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Hurricanes can really attack on this second and short. They think there's room to run to the right here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Looking downfield, it's Freeman. Punts it out of the air. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He's going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up, bringing it back. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they turn it into a defensive score. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take what... He lets one fly deep. Makes a grab for a big play. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And the golden flashes are in the hurry-up. Brown will throw it. Sends it downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Miami. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Trying play action. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Sails one into the middle. He's got it on the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Canes. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And we're going to talk about the guy who caught that and returned it for the touchdown. But how about the pressure on the quarterback? You got to get ways to be physical with him and make him uncomfortable. Nice job hitting him as he's throwing with the football. And then, obviously, the interception and 6 points.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Brown wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Davis. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a man on the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Golden Flashes come to the line in the hurry-up. Lost a throw on first down. Working the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll move the wide receiver. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Brown will throw it. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably wouldn't quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Offense changing the play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
To the air on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. He's at the 10. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. How good have they been on third down today? And another opportunity here on 3rd and goal.